Hello, good evening and welcome to Most Haunted live from Merseyside in the northwest of England and the penultimate night of our terrifying 7 nights of live paranormal investigation. Stay with us as we continue the search for evil.
Hello and welcome to Most Haunted Live, the 6th and penultimate night of our 7-night frightful extravaganza. The search for evil continues. Now, we based ourselves here in the northwest of England. In fact, we're inside the magnificent St George's Hall on Merseyside in Liverpool. And the studio audience is hushed and expectant, as well they might be, because we have something very special indeed planned for them tonight. But before we go any further, let me introduce you to the man who's going to guide us through the first hour of tonight's programme, Mr Julian Clegg. Been out on an investigation this week. Last night, poor Kath spent some of the night at least in a haunted bedroom on her own. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, I know. I think when she's got tearful at the end of the show, I'm really worried about her, and what's going to happen. Of course, we'll find out, won't we?
And I've been speaking to a lot of people today who've got a real sense of foreboding from last night's show. There was a very odd atmosphere here last night.
It was an odd location as well, because, I mean, even from the moment when Yvette and Carl were talking to me at about 10 to 9, there was tapping under the floorboards, so we knew we were in for a real night.
OK, we're in for a great night tonight. What's in store for us in the next hour or so, Julian?
Well, Paul, we'll be chatting to Yvette and Carl in just a moment to find out a bit more about night terrors, our theme for tonight, and the location later as well. And we're drawing ever closer to the final night when the team will be searching for demons tomorrow night, so stay tuned, grab your partner, or if you're all alone, be very afraid as we get ready for another night of terror as one of the most scariest Most Haunted live investigation ever continues. So let's take a look at what's in store for you over the next hour.
Been a fan of Most Haunted for a good few years now. It was my wife Claire who got me into watching it. She used to watch it, I think, right from the beginning.
As soon as Most Haunted Live basically come on, I was watching it, so I've been a fan since the very beginning.
So I think there's always something new in the live shows that I always look forward to watching.
As soon as I approached this building, I sensed something. There seemed to be light reflected, but within one of the windows. And as I say, I was aware of a presence outside, so already we've got that overriding feeling that something is here.
So, as you can see, there's a lot to come in the first hour before we begin tonight's investigation at 9 o'clock right here on Living. But first up, please give a big Most Haunted Live welcome to the stars of the show, Yvette Fielding and Carl Beattie. We've got so many people, and there are people in the gallery, aren't there, tonight? So it's just really
Up there, hello, hello, give us a hello. Oh, in the cheap seats.
Good to see you two. Oh. And I want to know what happened, well, I will find out, I'm sure, but what happened last night after we went off air, Yvette?
Yes, after we went off air, poor Kath, after sort of breaking down into tears when we told her that she had to go off to a location, tonight's location, and spend the night in the haunted bedroom. She wasn't best pleased, cried a lot, and I said, I'll go with you. And inside I'm thinking, oh God, no. But actually, Kath turned a corner and she actually said, do you know what, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to do it myself. Oh, right. So she went off and she did it herself. But I got back to the hotel and anybody will tell you, I was terrified to go to the hotel room on my own.
Really?
Yeah, I was really, really frightened. And Fred's given me this bracelet for protection, and he had to sort of, put me in the lift and took me upstairs and, are you all right? And I was like, no, 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 because of course Carl had to make sure that Kath was settled so I was on my own, and it was frightening.
Well, interestingly, in the hotel, Carl, later on, because I came into the bar later, there was tapping under the floor. I was with Kieran. He said, I don't believe we were trying to work out what it was. Just thought I'd tell you that.
I didn't know that.
In the bar there.
It's happening everywhere.
I know. Everywhere we go, something is happening. I kind of think this search has been turned around 360. I'm not sure whether we're searching for something or whether something's searching for us.
Exactly. Now, we'll talk more about that in a moment, but 9 o'clock, Saturday nights, in bed with Yvette and Carl, which I can't wait for, actually. So I love Living with Yvette and Carl, which is a great show. This is going to be really interesting. Have a quick look at some moments from Saturday night's show.
Everyone knows you're going to heal a lot better at home. So I knew getting Yvette back and getting her into bed, into her own environment, with all the stuff she knows and loves around her, the kids would be here, and that was just paramount to me to get her back home. Just remember, Mummy's in bed, but don't jump on her at all because she's very delicate. She's got stitches and everything. Okay?
Okay.
Come on, darling.
Hello, sweetie. Oh, I missed you.
It's just so nice being in your own bed. I've just had a nice shower. And just have your family around you and the fresh air coming through. And oh, it's so lovely to be home. I'm so happy to be home.
Too, Mummy. Hope you are feeling lots better today with sunshine and happy times coming your way. Lots of love, hugs and kisses. Mary, lots of love, Wills. Kiss, 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 kiss.
So, in bed with Yvette and Carl on our screens, Saturday night, 9 o'clock, and that's a really moving bit, that, you know. Really moving. You're well done, aren't you?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's really, really nice.
Had you seen Mary? It was that first time you saw Mary at home?
Yes. Yeah. And she had her pyjamas on coming because she'd had a pyjama day at school or something. So they'd gone to school in the pyjamas. But that was really lovely. Now, I'd come out of hospital after an operation, and that was the first time that I'd seen her. And I had 6 weeks recuperating at home just before we started doing this live. So this is the first thing that I've done. And you know, it's...
Basically, she had 6 weeks of lying down doing nothing.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I was going to say, have you been worried for Yvette? Because this is really intense to do 7 nights straight after that.
Yeah, I was, for many reasons, because you've got Yvette's got a 6-month recuperation period, and she's only 2 months into that. So to do this was a very brave decision on her part to do it, and it's something that we have been very, very worried about, and that's why we've had John Boyle's been across everything,
health and safety guy,
and we couldn't do this without him. Brilliant guy. We've had all the paramedics around, and so we've got everything in place just in case something happens. But, you know, let's face it, we're worried about an operation, and here we are trying to find the devil.
Which brings me on to tonight and night terrors. So what do we expect, Yvette?
Well, this is interesting. There's the scientific side to night terrors. Many people have nightmares. A lot of people, many people in the audience might have been falling asleep and heard their own name being whispered, you know, like Yvette or something. And they've sat up, or they've seen a figure sat at the bottom of the bed, or they've heard strange voices, they've seen dark shadows. It's been absolutely terrifying. Now, is it paranormal, or is there a scientific reason? There are scientific tests to suggest that it's the right temporal lobe that's actually, when you're asleep, it's sort of overreacting and you can hear all sorts of things. It's just your brain going into overdrive. But there are many, many stories, famous stories, for one being The Exorcist, that actually is based on a true story, where a lot of things happened to a little boy. It was a little boy in the truth story rather than a little girl. And it all started in the bedroom and so on. And lots of other stories, The Entity and all that kind of thing. So we're looking tonight at that, incubus, succubus, which are 2 types of spirits that frequent the bedroom. Gosh. We shall say no more, but very frightening.
Yeah. Carl, quick thoughts on night terrors for you?
I've had night terrors myself, where you wake up in absolute panic. You don't know why, and you know, there's the hypnagogic, hypnopompic sleep states, which Kieran knows a great deal about, which can be a reason for it. But it terrifies me. It terrifies us all. Going to sleep. I mean, sleeping is death's little brother, and that's why we're so fearful of it. because more people die in their sleep than any other time. So we're basically attacking that. We are going right down into the depths of